Hey, welcome, Jesse.
How you going, brother?
Good morning, brother. I'm
Just
gonna try my Samoan, brother, and it's gonna be interesting. I, f-
mate,
I feel,
just
I feel my susu, my Milo, my
hey, hey, hey,
eh, Milo, malo, soifa, talofa.
talofa lava.
Welcome, brother. Glad to have you.
Thanks, man.
Hold up. There we are.
Just apologies for the noise in case the kids run in and stuff.
What was that?
Apologies for the noise if kids running
No
in
worries, brother.
halfway through.
So I just want to have a quick chat with you about life, about you got a lot of positive things that you're doing at the moment with Tuesday, Touch Someone Tuesday. I've seen your post on there. And you can even do a bit of singing as well. Soon and very soon is your gospel quartet, is it?
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
I said you sing, brother. You said soon and very soon.
We are going to see the king.
Oh, you're doing fantastic, brother. I saw in your interview, I think with Castle for Tigers, I think, getting to know you. So I think it was a bit of a interesting time that you had. So I just want to thank you for your time. Thank you for what you're doing in the community, especially helping people that are going through a difficult time. And I just want to got some questions. So let's talk about, you're originally from Wellington. Are you from Porirua or Uptown or Lower Hutt, Upper Hutt?
Yes. Nah, Porirua, man. Pizza.
Porirua.
Yeah. How's the Christmas, baby?
Okay.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah. I see. So because you played for Manly Seagulls for a while and then eventually moved to England. Talk about your highlights in terms of your career, what really stood out for you, what really that you really cherish and put in your back pocket when things are difficult.
Yeah, I had a pretty sorry. Yeah, go outside. Yeah, over there. I had a really I guess it's part of my story is a bit different, you know. I had kids real young. I had my first baby
Yeah,
at 18. So I had to grow up quick, you know, to become a father, provider,
yeah,
at such a young age. And I think everyone's got their own story, but um, you know, even that just kicking off life was tough by itself.
yeah,
And a lot of um, my strength towards this adversity
yeah,
was prayer. 1 second,
yeah.
prayer. So you know, I was always brought up in church and stuff, but I think my faith was
Uh-huh.
tested early at a young age.
Okay.
But yeah, like I was in New Zealand, moved to Australia, you know, lived out west
West.
in Penrith area.
Yeah.
I was at the Penrith system for a while, nearly 3-4 years I was there, and just couldn't get a start, eh? You know, they're known to have the best local juniors in the world, and just tough to get a start in first grade. So I had to move to Manly, Northern Beaches. And honestly, man, it just opened my eyes to life. Like, I only knew Western Sydney. I moved out of New Zealand when I was 10, so you know, Western Sydney's probably home. But yeah, going to Northern Beaches really opened my eyes of how big this world is. But then, you know, that's just one part of the story. And then you come to the UK. Oh my gosh. Oh man. But yeah, so just come through the junior system, played at Manly, went to Cronulla for a year, and then ended up here in the UK. That's just a little summary of what happened.
Is there a specific rugby league moment that you really cherish that is like a highlight for you? That since moving across from Australia, you are in
Yeah.
London or UK at the moment, because you must have scored quite a few tries in your life and won maybe many. Is there any championship that you lost that you regret, or things that you are really, they're like a pinnacle, like really like, I've actually accomplished my goal or this specific try against a team.
Yeah, I think when you say what's my favorite rugby league moment, and I know you're mentioning tries and stuff like this, but for me, the best moments are pretty much off the field, eh? And
Really?
yeah, I feel like what I do on the field is just a talent of mine that I'm blessed to have, and I love doing, and I do, you know, at the end of the day we perform, you know, and I know my purpose in life, which is another reason why I'm so passionate in what I do, and even off the field or on the field. But I know when I'm on the field, I'm shining God's light, you know, and I know if I can reach anyone out there that God wants to help, you know, God is working through me. So I think like when you say the proudest moment on the field, you know, would be you know, playing for Samoa and singing the national anthem at Penrith Stadium in front of my hometown, you know, out west. But if something that connects more than that is seeing other people become better from knowing or doing something that you've done in the game. So simple things like when people are sick and having a hard time or going through cancer and only having 6 months to live, and they're asking me to send a video and say happy birthday to a certain individual, you know, and then see them watch my video of me saying happy birthday to them and smile at such a crucial time. That's a special moment to me, and I take that very personal. You know, it's like a very humble feeling, but also I'm serving in a way that someone else couldn't do, you know. And if you know, me serving in that type of way of adding value to someone, you know, or even just putting on a smile on someone's face that could potentially die soon, I mean, that stays with you forever.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you started your Tuesday, Touch Someone Tuesday special, right? I've seen your videos. Where did that idea come from? I know we haven't talked about that on our questions, but where did that idea come from? Why do that on a Tuesday, or why not every day, or where did that idea was born out of?
Yeah, so Touch Someone Special, I have a few groups, and whatever groups they are, like you might have, you know, your friends at training, you have your friends outside of rugby, and then you have your spiritual groups, you know, you go to this group for laughter, you go. So I have a spiritual group where we're all Christians, and we have a group on there, and they're called Solid Men. All right.
Okay.
Suya Matangi is the leader. Probably one of the main leaders of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncle Lester is part of the group, and his name's Lester. But yeah, it's called Solid Men, right? And to be solid men, they do running training at 5:45 every Saturday morning out west. You know, wow. and part of the reason why it's so early, it's the choice that you make to be better. And yeah, it's only a training session. We go there and we train, but at the end of it, we have testimony time. And we all go to coffee and we share. And this group I was added to about 3 years ago, and every Tuesday we do check-in Tuesday, right? Okay. And it's just like it's men, MEN, and you just check in and you tell each other how you feel out of 10 mentally, how you feel out of 10 with your exercise, and then how you feel out of 10 with your nutrition, which is MEN.
Okay.
And it just keeps everyone accountable. It keeps everyone knowing what everyone's doing. If you need praying for, you know, it's just a perfect way to connect as a group. And, you know, every time I did this, I felt good just opening up and sharing with the Solid Men group. So, yeah, so I thought, man, you know, with my line of work and being in the game for a long time, you know, I didn't really like go to university and stuff. Yeah. But I've been through real life experiences that could add value to people out there. So I thought, man, part of serving is doing something nice, is the act of kindness. Yeah. They say. And the act of kindness is so easy to do when you keep it super simple. You know, the kiss, keep it super simple. Yeah. So I thought the beginning of Touch Someone Special on Tuesday was leaving a free coffee at our local Costa joint. So I would buy a coffee and I'll
Yeah.
leave it on the shelf where all the brownies and cookies are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if someone in the area like was short of money, or university students, they come in and they see this free coffee, they would take it and use it. And I felt like, yeah, I could bless someone, but I wouldn't even know who would have picked it up or who I would have helped. But you don't know how far that goes, you know, just from a simple act of kindness. So Touch Someone Special on a Tuesday was just simple, just adding value to people, adding true testimonies of something nice that you've done and you've seen work.
Yeah.
And also just my actual experience, you know. I've been through a lot that I feel like I could add value to people. And, you know, in rugby league, it's a roller coaster, man. It goes up. When it's up, it's good. And when it's down, it's, you know, honestly, you have to be tough, because this game, man, it's a business at the end of the day. And contracts could say 3 years, and next minute, 1 year, you're gone. So, Touch Someone Special is all about just creating the vibe, you know, do it better than you have to. The 5-minute rule. These are all just real life experiences that I've been through, and I feel like, you know, it's only rude if I don't share. You know, so if someone had the heal, I see it this way: if I had the thing to heal cancer, and I'm not giving it out, then I'm selfish. And I feel like I've got value in me that could help someone be happy, could help someone inspire to be better, could help someone to inspire to be a rugby player, whatever it may be. But I feel like this is God working through me. You know, it's something I love doing. So
Awesome, because I can see your personality.
It's tomorrow. Let's go.
Let's go. So I guess we'll get started with the deeper questions now. You know, as followers of Christ, and you are yourself, and faith in God does not eliminate hard work, right? And trusting in God. Can you talk about hard work, and how did you get to where you are? Because you have deep faith in Christ, and you believe God, and you trust God, but there's an element in hard work that comes in playing top level rugby, right? Or rugby league.
Yeah, hard work is a word that's overused, I believe, today.
Okay.
I feel like everyone can work hard, but imagine working hard at something you don't like, right?
True.
So you can work as hard as you can, but if you don't love what you do, you are working hard at something that you don't enjoy. True. But imagine you love what you do. Imagine you know exactly why you do this thing you're doing. You have a purpose behind it. You understand your value in life. You understand that you're there for a reason, and then working hard. Working hard isn't working hard now. It's your purpose. True. It's your duty to be successful because of your purpose, and your, you know, what you love doing isn't so hard anymore. But yes, you're going to have obstacles that come in front of you. You're going to have things or people put you down and say, nah, I don't know, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. But you won't know unless you take action. Yeah. So when you say working hard with me, I felt like my hardest part was my mind. And also my connection with God helped me through this hard time. I tell you now, without my faith, I don't think I'll be playing in the UK. But also with my faith, I knew that I can pray all day, but I had to do action as well. You know, God's going to help you, but you need to put yourself in a position to be helped. True. So when you say working hard, I totally believe working hard is good. I'm not saying I don't like the term, but I feel like if you're going to work hard, you might as well work hard at something you love and you don't mind doing. And then in saying that, my faith of God is just so strong that, like, whatever came in front of me, whatever obstacle, whatever season I went through, you know, good seasons, bad seasons. You know, you learn through like seasons of hardship, seasons of forgiveness, seasons of saying, hey, I stuffed up. Yeah. I need to take ownership. Do you know what I mean? That's hard work. And I feel like, man, when you understand your purpose and you understand why you're there or whatever it may be, you know, I feel like this hard work thing goes into your purpose of work.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So good. So you touched on a few things about hardship and think that along the way of journey of life, what defined your faith journey? Is there like a 2 or 3 events that really took place in your life that actually defined your faith even further to push you into God? Because life beats you down, right?
Mm. Yeah. Just say the question again so I
So
can really
what
marinate on it.
defined your faith? Do you
Define my
have two
faith.
or three events that took place that really defined your faith in
Ah,
Christ?
okay. Yes. I found that because I was I was young when I had a kid, and then they got to a stage where I thought, man, I'm 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 working hard. I'm getting the money. I'm providing for my family, and I got a bit complacent. So I'm not saying that everyone that goes to church is good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But I felt like in my head, I had to go to church every Sunday to prove that I was Christian or prove that I love God.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I made it like a I made it like a demand. Every Sunday I must be at church or God won't love me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I felt like it's not the case, man. Like going to church is being around good people that can give you encouragement to do your walk with faith more better.
yeah,
Because like imagine doing anything by yourself, it's hard. But when you go with people with the same drive, same purpose, it's a lot easier, a lot enjoyable. You can bounce off each other
yeah.
and stuff. So um, I started going to church for the wrong reasons, and I felt like it really affected with my mind in rugby because instead of taking recovery and eating the right nutritions and getting the right sleep, I was going to church, and I'm not saying it was a bad thing. It was a big lesson for me to say that, hey, you know your purpose. God has given you a purpose to shine your light in whatever your talent is, but you don't have to go, make it like a thing where you feel bad if you don't go. Because God is always, because I tell you what, there's more Christians that don't go to church than that go to church.
True.
And I'm not trying to be, but honestly, that prayer of mine that I done at that age,
Yeah,
man, it changed the game for my mind. It changed the game that whatever I go through life, just trust that God has a plan for you. No matter how bad it is, these negatives make you stronger. But it depends on you whether you want to make it a positive or you're going to dwell on it and think, oh, I couldn't like use that as an excuse on why you didn't go to the next level. So I think, yeah, that part of my life where I thought, I could do it myself. God, kind of not moving away from God, but just not giving all my love to God, only giving Him on Sundays.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that I think that part of me was really, really, really a game changer in my faith and in knowing that if anything goes wrong, I know I can rely on God and just put myself in a good position to be blessed by Him.
Awesome, man. So the last, I guess, second to last question. People are still trying to figure out this God thing, right? A lot of people are trying to figure out this God thing. What would you say to them about what you learned about who Jesus is in your own personal life?
I I get this question all the time, but when this is the best way I could probably explain it. So when you hit rock bottom, and just
Yeah,
say you're not Christian, just say you don't believe in anyone, but when you hit rock bottom, right, and there's no one to turn to, everyone's like left you, you feel like no one's your friend. Who do you turn to? And what do most people do? They look in the air like this. Somebody help me. And I always
yeah.
think, when you go like this, who are you talking to? You're talking to God, man. Come on. But no, I know that's like an example. But what I'm saying is that if you're not Christian, and I don't like to go, hey, I want you to believe in God. I just say, hey, how about you tell someone about your problem or tell someone that you're struggling? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Tell someone. And a lot of people like Christians, we would pray. And like when you think about all these these people that are professionals in social work and stuff like this, they always say the first step is to say it. Tell them that you have a problem. The first step is to tell someone, and it feels like the weight's lifted off your shoulders. So I feel like being Christian, I have the edge. I have the step ahead because I'm telling God all my problems all the time. Do you know what I mean? I'm lifting that off my shoulders and I'm giving it to Him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm giving all my dramas, my problems, and I say, God, please take this and give it back to me when I can handle it. So like, you know what I mean? So like at the moment, God, I can't handle this right now. Please take it off me. So I just give it all to Him. And when I'm strong enough and when I'm trained enough and when I've done the things I need to do to be strong to handle it, give it back and I'll beat it up.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So you started your brand Etiquette.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that. Where did the drive or passion come from?
Yeah, look, we started with three boys. So it's me, Jai Hitchcocks, and Junior Moores. We all of us three had the idea of. So I think we all have our own reasons on why we wanted to start this brand. And my reason is that, like, I felt like when I came to Cass, I connected with this new Cass family straight away. Do you know what I mean? I felt like I really enjoyed my time here, and at the same time, I felt like I added a lot of value to the town and to our team and our fans. So for me, I've always wanted to leave a good legacy, a legacy where I'm not just the guy that came and played and took a photo of you. I'm not just the guy that come here, signed 3 years and left. But I felt like when I met up with people that bought our brand, it wasn't about buying the T-shirt. It was the actual experience they got with a professional athlete. And I felt like that stayed with them more than the shirt.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people have their own way of adding value. And with Etiquette, I felt like the way we added value was, one, the way we played and stuff, but two, just being real and leveraging off our us being professional athletes in the area and just to connect with people, you know? So like, yeah, when they wear Etiquette, I want them to think of Jesse, you know, the guy who came and played for Cass. I want them to think that they feel good, you know? And because the word etiquette is proper way to behave, you know? Behave and act. But we're trying to flip that into fashion in the proper way to dress, you know, and portray yourself. So like at the same time, when you wear etiquette, I want you to feel happy. I want you to feel cool. I want you to feel sexy.
Awesome, man, awesome. I think that you already touched on. So I guess one last question, and then I'll pray for you and your family. So, what do you do when things really hit rock bottom? What is your personal life? You may have hit rock bottom. What do you do personally? Like some action items or practical ways that you get out of a hole.
Okay. Well, you know, the first thing I done during that time, when things are tough, I think the first thing I've done is talk to my wife. You know, I think she's the closest person to me every day, and if I'm down, it's gonna roll onto my wife and then my kids and my family. Yeah. So like it just rolls that negative vibe or that sadness that I might have. It might, you know, continue, and for me not to tell her, and I feel like I'm selfish, you know. So when things like this happen, I feel like I tell her, then she knows where my head's at, and then she knows, okay, well, if daddy's feeling like that, then how do I make the kids get the kids out of the way, or what can I do to try and put me in a better position where it doesn't affect them as well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, like I said, I think it's talking, but at the same time, I tell my wife, and then usually my go-to is praying. I pray a lot. I pray. Whenever I feel in doubt or anything, I pray. I pray like little prayers in my head all the time. But I think, to me, I feel like praying gives me strength. You know, I have this big belief in faith that something will happen or something good will happen in my faith. And I just think, you know, without the different groups that I have,
Yeah.
You know, because I have a pretty, like, what would you say? I have a lot of groups for different reasons, and I feel like my connect group is awesome. Like, I have a really solid group that all have the same faith as me,
Yes.
and that helps me as well, because I can call any of those brothers up and just say, hey man, I'm going through this. I ask that you can pray for me. You know, I put in chest, or pray for healing, or pray for stress, or pray for this. And there's heaps of people out there that do this. You know, so
Awesome, man.
yeah, I think, yeah, is the one, number one is pray. I think praying about it, but a lot of people pray and don't do nothing. Do you know what I mean? I understand you pray, but you can't pray and sit still. You know, God was always moving. Jesus always went from village to village to preach the name of God. He didn't
Yeah.
stay still and said, "Oh, God will tell me where to go." He prayed and then moved. You know, took
Yeah.
action. So yeah, I think praying is one thing, but then also just being around the right people, connect, because there's a lot of people that love to help, man. I'll tell you that.
It's another last question. Not too many questions. What would you say? What would you say to a young person? You're in your 30s now, where you played professional league. What one advice or one thing that you can leave with them about doing well in life, especially in rugby league, if they want to be professional rugby league players, because you have made it
Yeah.
to where you are? What's one thing that you can share with them that will be an encouragement to them?
Just the number one thing you have drama is when there's challenges. You know, when things are going against you and you feel like in our sport you get dropped.
Yeah.
You get told that you're not good enough, and that's from the coach. They down value your like they turn down your value, and then personally, like, I've always felt like, wow, this guy thinks I'm not working hard, or this guy's actually told me that I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
And if I took myself back to when I was younger, you know, I would always understand your purpose, and then
Okay.
two, understand your value. Whatever your purpose is, you've done everything. Do everything you can control. And then some days, if you're not good enough, you're just not good enough. But work, like, just find a way. Because I was told so many times I wasn't good enough, but I never listened, you know. I said, okay, if I'm not good enough, what do I need to do to be good enough? Okay, boom, I'll go and do that. Do you know what I mean? So I think understand your purpose and understand your value. Don't let anyone devalue you. You know, you personally, don't ever think like, oh, he thinks I'm not good, so I'm going to act like I'm no good. No. Don't let anyone devalue you, and understand your purpose. When you have that purpose, nothing's going to stop you. If you have to leave, you'll leave and you'll find it somewhere else.
True.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
But yeah, just understand your purpose.
Yeah. I'll pray for you and your wife and your children. Thanks again, brother, for your time. Really appreciate your time and energy and the things that you're doing in the community, being a positive vibe. I always see you smiling on Instagram and all sorts of social media. It's good to see you spreading positive love, positive vibes everywhere, because that's who you are and that's who God called you to be a shining light, to hear your stories that you are having an impact around the world. We never know, right, who you are impacting.
Hey?
I think it's both. So I'll finish off and pray, brother. I'll pray say a quick prayer for you and your family.
Yeah.
And thanks again for joining us and just sharing your own personal story and who you are. So just pray. Father, we just thank you for Jesse and his wife and his children, Lord. Thank you for what he's doing in the community, Lord, being a shining light, to being a positive influence, to being a positive vibes, Lord. I just pray, Father, for him and his family during this time. I pray that you bless them. I pray that you know the plans that you have, that you created him, Father, for, plans to prosper him, plans to give him a hope in the future. And I just pray a great blessing over his family. Lord, I pray you know their needs, you know their desires, Lord, you know where they're at life. Lord, I just ask, Father, for your presence, Father, for your joy, Father, for your peace, that you will continue to use them, Father, more and more, that you continue to open greater doors, Father, for him to walk through, whether it's in financial freedom, in his family, in his health, in the rugby league team. Lord, I just pray that you would just put your favor and your blessing over him, Lord, that he, wherever he goes, he knows that his God, his purpose. He talked a lot about it here, his purpose. I just pray that you continue to bless him, protect him, watch over him. Let your kingdom come, Father. Let your will be done. I just pray, Father, for the brand that he's created, the Touch Tuesday, someone special, Lord, and all these initiatives, Lord. I just pray, Father, for your blessing over it, Lord, that you will multiply, that you will increase it, that you will give him a greater platform, a greater influence, Lord, on the, especially in the community, where people will not just know Jesse for who he is, but they know him by the purpose and the calling that's on his life, that he wants to be an ambassador for Jesus Christ. And I just pray, protect him, watch over him during this time, and I just declare that the best is yet to come. I ask this in your name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thanks, brother. Man.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you.
for jumping on. Hey, it's good to have you, brother. Hey.
Woohoo, I'm a bad man. All right. Take care, brother. Thank you.
Okay, brother. Stay blessed, eh?
Yeah, see ya.